Hey guys, I'm doing a test. This is my very first live stream on my art channel. Amber told me that I should be able to do one even though I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and it looks like it's working. So this is amazing. YouTube must have changed something. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Heather Boyd. I usually do tutorials and live streams on my Heather Boyd Wired channel. But now I'm super happy that I could do live streams on my art channel. This is my fun channel, just for fun, and I'm going to try some flowers. I did these as a prototype because I'm teaching a watercolor class tonight in Montreal at the Levebvre Art Gallery. It's our last class and we're doing flowers. These didn't turn out how I liked. I looked at some other tutorials on YouTube. I'm going to link up some of my favorites below in the description. And I found a really nice one doing layered flowers. So that'll be the first channel I'll link up. And I'm going to attempt some of those flowers that she did on her tutorial. So I will just flip the screen and then you guys can see what I'm doing. So bear with me while I flip the screen around. There we go. And we're going to see what we can do here. So I will also pull up the video on my computer so I can see if you guys make any comments or anything. Let me just see where we're at. Bear with me, this is brand new that I'm going live on this channel. And I can't believe it works. Hi Clarice, this is amazing. I did not know I could go live on this channel. I am super, super excited. Here's my watercolors, here's my brushes. I have water you can't see, I have paper towel, and also I'm using a heat gun to dry the paint between the layers, which is something that the girl in the YouTube tutorial showed how to do. So let me just remove this, and then I'm going to bring this over so we're in position that you guys can see what I'm doing. And I want to make sure that you can see at least the panel that I'm working on. So I'm going to move that one up a little bit. Just bear with me a little bit. And there we can see it. Perfect. And here's the paints. It looks like a really messy palette. These are some of my favorite colors in here. You can see them all, which is great. So this is my favorite color to use, Payne's Gray, but I have all the other basic colors as well. I could link up or write down my favorite colors. I use the Winsor Newton ones. They're really nice paints. And I also have a nice palette that I like that is called the Stuart Semple palette. Hi Amanda, nice to see you. Oh, baby's sleeping. Okay, well, good luck. This is something new, Amanda. I never was able to live stream on my art channel before, and for some reason I'm allowed to live stream, so that's great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clear off one of these areas here so that I can have a clean slate to work on. I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. And I'll get my paper towel and see what I can do. So I'm teaching tonight at the gallery. It's my last class teaching of this 5-week session, and we're doing flowers. So I wanted to do a few prototypes, and I did already some a sample. I wasn't super happy with it, so this was my sample, but I really wasn't thrilled with it. So what I'm going to do now is I looked at some tutorials on YouTube, and there was a really fun one for some layered flowers. So I'm going to try that. I'll just maybe get a little bit of purple to start, and start quite lightly. And I will link up that tutorial in the description because it's a really nice one. And what I can do is I'm just going to use the back of this one to test the color a little bit. That should be okay. So really basically what she did was she just like kind of made these like little petal shapes. They're almost like little hearts. And then if you have too much paint, just get a paper towel. And I didn't know that. No, I didn't know either that I could do live streams here. This is fun. This was, Amber told me that. So now we're going to just do some like just different quick little shapes here. And we just want to do like a few layers, like kind of rough shapes. And then you can even get, maybe I'll get my other brush to do slightly darker tones at the bottom. In fact, I'm going to actually put a little bit of the Payne's Gray because I do like that. I like that it's a little bit darker. And we'll just get to take a little bit off, and then just a little bit of dark around the bottom. Just, you'll see in her tutorial, she does a really nice job. I'm just kind of replicating the idea somewhat, and then just like a little bit darker at the bottom. You can kind of go thinner and up a little bit. This brush isn't the best. It's a little bit haggard here. And then you can like even lift some color off. Just clean your brush and you can like lift a bit of color off if you want. So if you find it gets too dark, too watery, just dry your brush, clean it, and you can lift some of these off like this. This is really experimental. So there we go. So I'm just going to do it like that, very basic. And then what she does is she gets one of these heat guns. You can also use a blow dryer. I haven't tried the heat. I usually use this for embossing, and it's very hot, so you want to be careful. You don't want to burn the paper, but it just makes it dry quicker. So I have to be careful because my camera's up there. So I'm just going to do this. It might be noisy, not too bad. And then you just dry it with the heat gun, which is really cool. See how long it takes. A little more maybe. Or you can use a blow dryer. So that works well. Let's just see if it's, I think it's pretty dry, so that's good. And then we want to do another layer, and you can use the same color paint. You can use the same paint. You can maybe have to get a little bit more if you need to make more. And I don't remember if she did her petals darker as she went along or not. Oh, it didn't last long. Oh, no worries, Amanda. Always wonderful to see you. So now we're going to do the next petal down here. Maybe need a little bit more. That's a little dark now. So we're just going to get a little bit more around here. If you have too much paint, just take a little bit off. Okay, like that. Just take a little bit. We want a little lighter up here. Okay, a little bit lighter. I think my thing wasn't quite dry. It looks like it's bleeding a little bit. So it wasn't, you want to make sure each petal is dry before you do this. And then I'm going to get a little more of this one here, with a little bit of this one. Okay, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to just get a little bit more here. And around the bottom. Okay, we're just going to do a little bit darker around the outside. And I'm going to clean my brush and just pick some up a little more. But I really think it wasn't quite dry enough. So now I'm going to dry it a little bit better because it wasn't really dry enough. So let's do this. Okay, and just go a little longer with it. Blow dryer might be better. There we go. Okay, so the blow dryer might be better, but we're just going to go with this. So I'm going to do another one here. Okay, we're just around here. I'm going to take a little bit of the paint off my brush. Just clean the brush and just blend it down a bit. There we go. These are really interesting. I think I like the idea behind these. I think it's really cool. And I just have to make sure it's gonna, I don't know why these are, is this a Kleenex? I'm not sure why this is making little hairs all over the place, but this is a paper towel. Sometimes I use a cloth, which is better. I don't know why there's such a sharp line here. I didn't want that line to be so sharp. But we can maybe fix it up a little bit. I don't know why it's kind of hairy there. I'm not sure. Anyways, we'll do another one. I actually like the idea of putting a bit of Payne's Gray in there. I find it maybe a little too bright purple, but we're going to see what we can do. And then we're going to go around this one. So we're going to go around here. that. And around. Clean my brush a bit. Get a little bit of this color off. There. I really like this idea of the layers. I think it's super cool. Very interesting. Around here. And then we can get like slightly darker if you want to go in here and go like slightly darker type of thing. There we go. Let's clean this up. Lift that up a bit. Yeah, these aren't nearly as nice as the ones in the tutorial, but it's definitely interesting. So now we're going to do that. We're going to dry it again. There we go. Just takes a few minutes to dry. Would actually probably be a good idea to work on a few of these at once because a lot of the time is spent drawing. So now I'm going to try to go over like a few of these and see how that looks. So we're going to go down here and go over this one here. See how when you layer it, it looks really interesting. Okay, we're going to go like lift some of that color a little bit. And then maybe I'll do, I don't know if I want to do another one. It's pretty good like that. I mean, I could try another one, but it might be a little much. So we're going to try, I'll just try another one, maybe a little smaller, just to layer them even more. There we go. And then maybe get a little more purple. There we go, a little more like down here type of thing. Yeah, I think maybe she put a little bit more dark in hers too. I think it's nice to have a little bit more dark, to have a little bit of contrast, like around here and stuff. Maybe down here. Just really playing with it here. There we go. And around here. This is a little dark, I think. So we can even go in with our paper towel and lift some of the color off, maybe. Might be a good idea. We have a little too much there. There, that's not too bad. And then we can also try some other ones. If we want to do some other colors, like say want to just do, I think she did some that were sort of on a profile too. Let's just take this like that around here. Just really playing around with it. Lift up some of that color. And then this one. There we go. Lift up some of the color. The idea is you don't want to do the petals like right beside each other because you want to overlap them. So let's do another one here. Just like that maybe. And I'm going to just remove that one a little bit of the color, blend it around a bit. And then, you know, before we do much else, we could even do like the stems if we want to. Like we can just get maybe a bit of this green, and you can like kind of like go around here. I don't know if that's a good stem or not. I just kind of winged it, but it's a little bit, maybe a little bit dark. And this one too, we can just go in from there. Maybe I'll just turn it into a bit of a leaf or something. I'm gonna get that. Can like, you know, just play around with it. There we go. Why not? There's a little bit of dark here. And we're just playing with it. A little bit of, oof, it's getting really blendy. And maybe even some ochre up there just to give it a little bit of variety. Getting a little bit wet here, I can just take some water off my brush and then just remove some of the water and the paint if it's too much. You can even put, like, I don't know, salt or other textures in there. I'm not loving the leaf, but you know, we're just playing right now. There we go. Just for fun. There we go. And then we can dry this one a little bit and add some more layers. So we're gonna just get this and dry it off. Where's the switch? There it is. Get a little more layers. And then the other thing that she suggested was to put a little bit of yellow and orange in the middle. So I'm going to mix up a little bit of yellow, maybe a warmer yellow. Okay, so we can just like go in and do some like kind of little bit of yellow in there just to give it a little bit of like variety type of thing. There we go. It just gives it a little, maybe I did too much there. Little splash of interest in the middle, and maybe even a little bit of like kind of orange. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, we don't want that much. So we're just gonna loosen it up a bit. Oh, it's just a little bit there. Maybe that's too much, but that's the idea, just to give it a little interest in the middle. And then we're gonna go and do more layers on the crimson ones. So I'm just gonna mix a little bit more paint. Mix the purple in too, and then we're going to go in and do another leaf here. And I just blend it out. I had too much paint on there, so I'm just going to blend it out a little bit. There we go. You don't want too much of a line there. You can lift a bit of color off. Okay, and then over here, like that. Get a little bit more in there. Yeah, I really like the concept of this, so I'll have to explore it a little bit more, because right now I'm just kind of, I looked at her tutorial and I went quite quickly, so I'm gonna link it up below so you guys can check out the original tutorial for this one. I'm just playing with it. So let's do another one. And like that. Yeah, the idea is you just like layer them out here. So here, clean the brush, pick up some of that color. Pick up some of that color. And then you can go darker inside. I'm gonna go quite a, oh, that one's too dark. Okay, I'm gonna mix it slightly darker. Maybe a little bit of the purple in there. So if we go in like slightly darker, it just gives it a little bit of interest here. So I'm gonna go here, clean the brush. And there. Clean it up a little bit, and then around that one too. They look like little hearts almost. Okay, and then we'll dry that, and we're going to do a little bit of maybe some yellow or something inside. Okay, we're going to go a little bit more, like a little yellow or something, or maybe ochre, to see what I want to do in there. Maybe the ochre is too dark. Okay, we got some yellow in there. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Just little spots. You can even like pick it up a little bit if you have too much in there. Yeah, I think there's a lot you can do with this. I think it's interesting. And I'm just going to pop some of the pink in there again, but maybe I got too much, so I'll just lift a little bit up. And you can always do another leaf if you want. I'm just gonna get a little bit more. I got a little cut off here, but that's okay. A little bit of the yellow in here maybe. And then maybe just a little bit of the Payne's gray underneath. Playing around with this. Yeah, art is all about experimentation. So there we go. That's fun. Bring this one down. Bring that one up a bit. Let me pick that up a little bit here. And then we can always do like little, like, I don't know, like little things that might be in the background, just to make it interesting. Sometimes it's nice just to have like little lines to make it like sort of interesting in the background, even if they don't like make sense. Sometimes it's nice to have like just a little bit of interest. So I think I'm gonna stop. I think that's pretty good like that. And I will link up below the actual tutorial where you can get some more detailed instructions on how to do this layering technique. So let me just flip the screen around now. So thanks so much for watching my first live stream on my art channel. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post new videos and now when I go live. Thank you, Clarice, for staying on for so long. Thank you, Amanda, for hopping on before your baby woke up. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye.